mighty champions, raise your voices to the anthem, marching line. A mighty army, Wrexham is the name. See the Reds to fight together, speak their names with pride forever, marching with a mighty army, Wrexham is the name.
So, with Wrexham achieving a league and cup double last season, strengthening our squad for League 2 was a must. Now, at the end of the season, George Thomas was signed from Queen's Park Rangers for £2,900, an absolute steal for somebody who will add a much needed quality and steel to our midfield. We had a busy window on the whole, saw us taking advantage of free transfers while only spending £150,000, and the players that we brought in strengthened all areas of the first team, while also giving us strength and depth for a number of years to come. Unfortunately, players like Jordan Davis and James Jones, who will still play a part, are not quite good enough for the step up. But we've got a busy season ahead of us and a lot of cup competitions to play in, so they are sure to feature in a number of games. Now to our first game. Our long-term rivals Tranmere Rovers have been in this division for a number of years, so it was only fitting that they be our opening game. Liam Walsh opened the scoring with a pinpoint free kick before Tranmere levelled shortly after. But it was the second half during which this game really came to life. 3 goals by us in an 8-minute spell from Elliot Lee and Paul Mullin saw us race into a 4-1 lead before Tranmere grabbed a second late on as we ran out 4-2 winners in our first game of the season. With a cup game arriving early in the season against Nottingham Forest, we made the decision to rest a number of our starting 11. But that didn't stop us taking an early 2-goal lead thanks to goals from Boone and Davis. Would a cup upset be happening right in front of us? Nottingham Forest did show their class and they played a very strong team. Morgan Gibbs-White dragged them back into the game almost single-handedly though, grabbing himself 2 goals on the way to it finishing 2-2 after 90 minutes and extra time. The game went to penalties and we were able to run out as penalty winners, securing ourselves a cup upset. Our next draw came up and we got Bolton at home, a slightly easier draw, and we praised the draw gods for it. But up next we visited Colchester and we stuttered to a 1-1 draw. I said earlier that Jordan Davis would still feature in some games and we owe him to thank for this draw for a really good finish. Now this wasn't the result we wanted as we went into our game with Bolton in the Carabao Cup. However, that didn't seem to deter us. We went behind on the 66th minute to a fantastic finish from Bolton. However, goals from Agyapong and Ollie Palmer dragged us back and gave us a 2-1 win, booking our place in the third round, where we were drew against Bournemouth. we continue to look at ways to strengthen the team, and our scouts presented us with several players. However, I made the decision to settle on Max Power. Although we couldn't register him till January, his experience and skill in the later months would be vital, and he could always play the cup competitions. A draw next time out against Carlisle in the league before more cup action as we travel to Lincoln in the Papa John's Trophy. Now, this is a trophy that Wrexham have won in the past, back when it was called the LDV Vans Trophy, and it would be amazing to be able to repeat that feat. Well, we got off to a really good start. Goals from Tunnicliffe, Sinclair and Walsh giving us a 4-1 win, making sure we started the group stage in some style. Next up, we visited Grimsby. Now, there is history between these clubs, as Grimsby knocked Wrexham out of the playoffs in 2022 in a mental game at the racecourse ground. It's also another away game. I swear we are playing away every week. Revenge was on the cards in the build-up to the game, and it certainly came to pass. Thomas and McEachran giving us a 2-0 lead before Grimsby pulled one back late on to put a little bit of nerves in our camp. However, we saw it out and got that most important win of our season, probably. This was definitely one of our toughest games, but we got through it. And Max Power was signed to a 2-year contract. Great news for the club. Finally, we have a home game as Rochdale make the trip to North Wales. Over 9,000 people turned out to cheer us on in this game, and we made sure we didn't disappoint, as Ollie Palmer bagged a brace for us to win 2-0, and that first goal was an absolute worldie on the volley. You will not see many goals better than that at this level of football. A change to the tactic as we go 4-2-2, aiming to really get the best out of Paul Mullin and Ollie Palmer, and we welcome Bradford City to the racecourse ground. Bradford, one of the promotion rivals, along with us, and another team that are shortly tipped to win the league. However, we made sure that we put down an early marker, coming away with a 4-0 win. 2 goals for Paul Mullin, including a world-class free kick, and 2 for Ollie Palmer. Bradford were never in the game, and we have made sure that the bookies will be backing us. Did somebody say back-to-back promotions? The Bradford result leaves us top of the league, 1 point clear of the chasing pack. Our form since Christmas has been near unstoppable and doesn't look like ending anytime soon. Could this be the season we dominate a league? I'll see you next time.